Hi everyone, it's Deja. Welcome back to Deja's Crafty Space. Thank you so much for joining me today. In today's video, I wanted to show you a Mother's Day card that I made using the color cube. First, let's talk about the color cube. I featured this in a video a few months ago and one of you commented that you were interested in knowing more about it, so here it is. There are currently 2 boxes and you can buy them individually or as a bundle. I purchased the bundle which came with both of the boxes for $67. And honestly, I think that was a better deal because I think for one box it's already $40. Today I'll show you box number 1 because it's the original one. Each box comes with an instruction card plus 200 cards with a formulated color palette to help inspire you. So let's take a look at number 001. This color card has 5 colors that were taken from this beautiful picture of the butterfly and flower. On the back of the card, they provide the name of the color and the hex number along with the color in the middle, and next to it are its tints and shades. I'll show you a few more examples of what you can expect to see in box number 1. These cards are all so gorgeous and pretty, and you can really do a lot with it. You can use the hex numbers on the back to do digital art or to help you create a color palette if you are a painter or artist. And I'll be honest, I am not a color expert, so I cannot explain very well how all of this works or anything about color theories, but basically the reason why you would use the color cube or any of these color palettes is to help you get some inspiration, get some more ideas, or open up the inner creativity within you. And if you want to know more about the specifics of the color cube, I will link their website down in the description section where you can check it out. I went ahead and already chose 2 cards that instantly made me gravitate towards it. I grabbed number 026 and 242. But for today's card, I actually really liked 026, so I am going to start with that one and save 242 for another card for another time. I really loved the color palette of this card. On the back, the colors are light pink, orchid, magenta, ghost white, and Kelly green. The color ghost white isn't actually white, it has more of a blue tone to it. But basically, what I'm going to do with this card is to draw inspiration from it. I chose 5 colors from my Concord & Ninth ink collection as well as cardstock collection. I did a couple of swatches to figure out which ink matches the colors of this color card, and I found that Carnation matched the light pink, Fig matched the color orchid, Honeysuckle matched magenta, Ghost White matched powder, and Cali Green matched Parsley. Now, it's not an exact match, but it's the closest that I was able to match it to. This is one method of how to use the color cube cards. You can certainly also put the ink on a glass board or paint tray and mix up the colors to get a true color if that's something you're good at doing. I'm not good at doing that, so I did not go that route. From here, I also grabbed the exact same color cardstock. For my Mother's Day card today, I'm actually not really going to do a whole lot of ink blending. I'm going to be mostly using cardstock paper because I will be doing a lot of die cutting. But just know that you have options. You can also use your ink pads as well as your cardstock paper. I would be lying if I said that I used only 5 colors to create my card. I did grab 2 other colors that I thought would really bring this card together. I grabbed Lilac and Pistachio. Pistachio is one of the new colors that Concord & Ninth recently released last month. These colors will help add a little bit more dimension to my card. For my card, I will be using the Paper Posy Dies Embossing Folder and Stamp Set Bundle. This bundle is also part of Concord & Ninth's new release that came out last month. I have not used it yet, so I am really excited to feature this in today's video. I will also be using the Mum Died from their Extended Family die set. I usually don't make floral cards because I am not good at arranging flowers in any way. So just know that this is not a tutorial video. This is going to be a video of me showing you how you can make a card using this bundle as well as the color cube. Alright, now we move to the fun part where we actually do die cutting. I am using my Cricut Cuttlebug. There's no right or wrong way of doing this, and you can be as creative or as simple as you want to be. I started off by die cutting all of the flowers and greenery. I duplicated each die to get 2 of the same shapes, if that makes any sense. And to save time, I used my little pink magnet tool here to collect all of the dies so that I can put them away later, and also because I don't want to lose any of them. Alright, so I'll speed through this process and play music in the background so that you don't have to listen to me talk. For my flower petals, I decided that I wanted to add a little bit of ink to the tips of the petals to just add a little bit more interest to it, for lack of a better term. I used my mini MISTI and a little sticky mat to secure the die cuts so that they don't shift while I'm ink blending. I decided to change the white parts of the flower to the color yellow. I used the color Sunflower to ink blend the white pieces. I love my Cricut Cuttlebug, but it's not really good at taking in embossing folders, so I had to take out my Spellbinder for this job. I love my Spellbinder machine too. I decided to use this square die from the Seaside Post die collection. I'm going to use this die to cut out the blue cardstock paper as the background. After that, I will use the embossing folder. The way how this embossing folder works is that you can take the flower petals and leaves and place them each on the individual pictures of the embossing folder. And what it does is that it embosses the petals and the greenery. After embossing, it will come out having this really pretty and unique texture. For this next part, I'm not sure why I did it this way because I usually don't do this part until the very end, but basically what I did was I put double-sided foam tape on the blue background and then I secured that to the card base. Like I said, I usually don't do this part until the very end, and I'm not really sure why I decided to do this part early, but just a FYI, I usually recommend doing this part last. And the reason for that is because if you need to make adjustments or if you wanted to stamp on the card, it's more leveled. The foam tape will create a little bit of uneven surface, and so that's why I recommend doing this part last. I die cut the word Mum out of black cardstock and then used the stamp "So Very Grateful for You" and stamped it right here next to Mum. It's so funny because I thought this would be a great idea, but just as I was stamping, I kid you not, my little 2-year-old bumped into me as I was stamping and it smeared the ink. Which is okay. I ended up just cutting an extra leaf and covering that up, and then I stamped the sentiment on the inside instead. So if you ever make a mistake like I did or had an accident, don't throw away your card. You can always hide the blemishes or add your sentiment somewhere else. Here is the final look. I added a few more greenery and some sequin embellishments for fun. Like I said earlier, floral cards are not really my thing, but they're so pretty and I tried really hard to make them look pretty and also for fun. And here again is the inspiration that we got from the color cube card. And with that, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. Have a wonderful day. Bye.